up? What is happening? And what is up? What is happening? It is Iron Hitty in the old Games Corner Classic Game Roulette, and time to play Super Bomberman as part of the Super Bomberman collection. And wow. Okay, if you were around for anything before this, I am sorry for the weird outbursts I made, but let's pretend that didn't happen, cause I like to have things perfect. For some reason, the controller wouldn't be read from the game. I don't know why I keep having this issue from the program. Anyway. Ew. Assuming anybody had just come in, I'm certain you gotta be shitting me. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. What, am I supposed to wait until the battery goes low and then plug the fucking thing in? Oh. Oh, jeez. I'm just not a fan of people showing up when I start my streams. Can't help it if I have difficulty and shit. But hey, you're on time, so who am I to complain? Nobody. That's who. But in all seriousness, dude, you missed my Yoshi's Cookie stream for the NES yesterday. I know you were doing stuff on who knows. I figured I might as well just point that out. Uh-huh. But, yeah, I do not want to explain the mistakes I keep seeing. Why I have to keep readjusting the controller, because sometimes the game will not read the controller. But aside that, it just... I have no sense of commitment to myself, I guess. But I did promise that I would play Bomberman for the PSP. I didn't really get to it because it turns out it's rather buggy on retro launch, so I might have to find a way elsewhere. Okay, gonna have to bear with me here. It's going to act stuttery until I plug in the charger back in. Which, I would rather do that when it's on low power. But I know the aspect of any kind of streamer, or at least my intention was to go for positive energy. Sorry if I'm not what you expect, I keep having problems. And it just annoys me. Oh well, that's life, I suppose. I suppose everybody has to be all mad sometimes, I guess. Part of the fact of life. Oh god, it's acting normally now? Never mind. It shouldn't be so hot-heated, man. This kind of shit shouldn't put you down. We're going from the police station to the farm. No, that won't work. Wait. Let me see if I can get that. Oh no. Got a lot of nerve trying to stick your nose in businesses that could be unsettling. That's it. Oh, now we got some actual enemies that do their own stuff. Like these floating bomb enemies can make their own explosions. Yeah, every enemy in the Bomberman universe does this. Like a walk through walls, etc. And that's not just taking more than one hit to kill. Is a feature. Hopefully the next time I play this, I don't run into any more issues. I just gotta... Well, for one thing, next time I go into stuff I obviously never touched on this computer before, I have to foolproof the program. I have to make it so it can read controller inputs. But I don't always fucking do that. So, it's just something to keep in mind, that's all. But, yeah, there's no way to remember to do stuff, and it's so goddamn easy for me to forget shit, alright? Never. The kind of person who can keep promises on that mark, you know? That's my story and I'm sticking to it. It's under 0.5%. I'll keep whistling my way over on this. So, these blue Pac-Man looking enemies are actually bomb eater type enemies. You had better kill them before they gobble up any nearby bombs you laid out. And right there, it almost gobbled up the one I laid out. And I almost did it again there. But they are some real damage sponges, aren't they? You can also throw the bomb right at them and they'll work too. That can be arranged. But yeah, I'm only gonna be doing one game today. Which, if I didn't have a single issue, this would have gone faster. But what are you gonna do? I just have that sense of paranoia, having in the sense of circumstance that I forget how long I had that thing on for, and had to leave the charger in upon turning it on in case something were to happen. So now we must be going up a tower. And these tank enemies are, well, literal tanks. But they take 2 hits to take down. Not much of a tank if I can... Oh yeah. Was it 3 hits? I don't know. It's hard to tell. My brain must be scrambled or something. And I haven't even went outside yet. yeah, I think yesterday it was so hot that the heat would literally fry your brain if you were out there for at least 10 minutes, I think. Okay, I can get this over, and we can get things going. And whatever you do, don't blow up the bombs at the goal. Otherwise, that happens. You have to defeat, revive, and enemies. Let's try not to do that. Oh, damn it! But yeah, it always feels like I'm trying to copy somebody, but not often. Oh wow. Oh yeah, of course. The goal just so happened to be there, and the enemy can revive enemies just by blowing up the goal. So that shit can happen too. But you're not gonna be able to leave the area until all enemies are dead. But yeah. Three hits, not two. So, I think I was right about them being actual tanks. And not, well, you know. So we get up to the first boss. It looks like a big robot with a mouth. Something to be done about that there. Bot. Thank you! I'm the one with the controller. I gotta focus on the game. There we go. Boss defeated. Okay, so it was a castle. So then does it for Castletown? It's the circus. So springtime enemies and teacups that can go through walls, well, bricks. And smiley faces. Not much more I can say about that. I guess I should also note that, later games seem to, reuse some of these tracks. Well, the first world gets reused in Super Bomberman 3 and Super Bomberman 5, whereas this gets reused in Super Bomberman 3, the second area, and for some reason Super Bomberman 5, the third area. Not the second. Whoops. But, yeah. I still don't know why it's coming off at this being all stirring like this. It just starts and then stops, like for no rhyme or reason. Excuse me. Oh, you can punch bombs away with this. Cool. That'll be great if I find myself trapped like this. Or... no. That just blows it up. I find it really annoying too, that how I keep pressing the wrong goddamn buttons. forget what does what in the... Oh, what does this button do? You die. Oh, right. I forgot I can walk past bombs now, huh? So that is no trouble for me anymore. Oh, come on. Well, it's good to get justice on the revived enemy. Take that, punks. I forgot that they could do that. I think that's what makes the the floating bomb enemies all the more dangerous. When you think about it, it can be rather absurd in a way. But, yeah. The considerable events that went on yesterday made me think, maybe I should use this a bit more. Especially if I want to use the randomizer for the next game. Which isn't for a while, because after this game, I think I'm going right to a Super Bomberman 2. And yeah. I figured this time I might as well play every game in a collection rather than just one. Especially if it's a collection I haven't even touched before for a stream like this one. I think it's because at the time, I couldn't use a working computer. Let's see where we at now. Yeah, I think I want to plug this in soon. So, those slime enemies can not only go through walls, but can be impervious to your bomb's blast radius. Or any blast radius from any bomb, really. Oh! Okay, At least it's not large enough to become a problem. Okay. I want this to get back to normal now. Okay, so, everything's back to normal. Maybe I should, increase the performance settings. At any rate, those octagon enemies are pretty much the worst example of enemies that can go through the walls, because they're also fast, and those floating barn enemies are worse than what we saw with the other bomb enemies, because their blasting radius is stronger, and you'll be seeing those from now on. Just to be on the safe side. And, I think I'm good on power-ups. Or at least, yeah, there we go. Definitely want that to be a situation in itself that I know. Well, at least now I can lay multiple bombs for them. Now this is sort of an interesting sort of space I put myself in, because they look like they're going into the floor, but you can still blow them up. And welcome to the boss of this level, it's Clown Face! Sad clown. Sad clown. Happy clown. Sad clown. Happy clown. Sad clown. Sad clown. Sad clown. Happy clown. Sad clown. Happy clown. Sad clown. Happy clown. Sad clown. Sad clown. Sad clown. Sad clown. Oh, please just die already. Damn it. Happy clown. Oh wait, I got that, don't I? Yeah. It didn't even look like I was knocking it away. But I forgot I can still walk through my bombs. Anyway, I got him. Some sort of business area building. Or a construction site. And right now I'm at the garden. The Garden State? Actually, that's a city, right? But, this track is reused in a World 3, the underwater levels in Super Bomberman 3 in only that game. Now what's interesting is that once you get in the red bomb upgrade, I don't think you need anything else. Because now your blast radius can go through walls. And I can breeze through levels so much faster. But okay. There we go. I wasn't sure if I wanted to actually do that. Haha! No sweat at all. Yeah, I knew I could pull that off. Made that look like a joke. Okay, so the apple item isn't really special. I think it just gives you points and nothing more. Okay, now my blast radius is at max. Which can be really scary when you put into consideration that if you're trying to look for any other items, you could risk blowing up the gate that would otherwise lead you to the next level, and thus reviving enemies. So now we're getting to the actual construction site. Yes. I've been looking at this and, gonna be long like, oh, I played this before. Yeah. I played it, this specific, application on my, Steam Deck. And so far, I've only, finished, 1 and 2. And the 2 NES games. Well, 2 specifically. I don't know about the first one, but I have finished that specific game before. Oh well. Yeah, maybe I should have pushed that ink bomb somewhere else. I've been watching way too many SpongeBob cartoons, haven't I? Okay, these are basically chameleon enemies. They can turn into you and the player too, but do nothing else. Alright, I'm out of here. I don't think I care about the power-ups. The only things you gotta worry about are some of the few damage sponge enemies, which I'm pretty certain there will be plenty of them towards the end of the game. So this is obviously one of the villains in the game, one of the main villains in the game. And as the stream title suggests, he doesn't look all too inspiring, don't he? The way I see it, it looks as though he doesn't appear in any other game. At least Saturn, Bomberman, you'd understand who the villains were in that game, because the game outright tells you who they are in game. Oh look, he escaped. After him. Some sort of power field. Oh. Some sort of bomb jamboree party or something? Which I really should get back into that game for the new modes that the Switch 2 edition offers. So, in my perspective, I'd say that the one I got for Super Mario 1 and Super Mario Brothers Wonder, the made up in Bellabelle Park expansion, I'd say that has the most content out of everything I bought. Well, that ended nicely. But what am I so worried about anyway? Cause don't I keep the power-ups upon death in this game? And yeah, I think it's the only game that has the courtesy to actually give you that. And not redo the whole level again. Yeah, I said it. Cause the game's only easy cause of that. Or okay, never mind. I don't keep my power-ups. But hey, at least it doesn't restart the level. Now, why did I gonna do that? Okay, so they obviously look like those propeller drones in the first area, but they're faster and they take more damage to defeat, and they can be a real pain as a result. Maybe I shouldn't put that there. Okay, just get out of here, don't set it off. Now lads, oh, the goal's right there. I wouldn't say they're completely random where the goal is gonna end up. Oh, you would do that, wouldn't you? Oh, come on. That's kind of like in the worst kinds of enemies you want to bring back. Okay, I'm gonna have to time this perfectly that I do. And I'm out of here. But yeah, if it were come down to that, those those floating bomb enemies can really waste your time. Especially since you weren't the one who did that to the gate anyway. The exit gate. Oh, so that's what those are probably called. And that ain't it either. They can also destroy your power-ups. But that's the kind of situation that can waste everybody's time. Okay, welcome to boss number 4. A boxing robot that you're gonna knock into the electric field to defeat it. You know, the plasma field. It cannot be defeated by traditional means. And hey, don't forget the get the clock power-ups for additional time. Oh yeah, that didn't do anything. That's it. The main bad guy must have been hiding there. Chasing him to... Oh no. Some sort of Bomberman tournament where you're fighting powered up Bomberman clones. But yeah, this is probably the hardest part of the game. Because you have to make sure you don't die at all during this, otherwise you're probably not gonna make it. And that timer, you gotta do it fast. But it's obviously a gauntlet. Oh, this one takes more than one hit to defeat. He can't get out. He's done for. Wait, yeah, additional time. Thank God for that. Wow, I made that happen. What is this now? Opponent number 5? 6? I think this is opponent number 5. Oh, wow. Watch out, in the skull item can pop up in the... Oh dear. Whatever you do, don't pick that up, cause that can cause problems. And make sure you don't get tagged by the one holding it either, because, well, it could end up in disaster. Oh no, something's happening. What happened to the crowd? Anyway, we got one last opponent. And it looks like I'm also running out of time here. Never good. He's not getting out of that one, no sorry. That is some tricky maneuvering. Oh, come on! Still not down. And I ran out of time. This is the end of the line. Oh, come on, that's mean. Told you to booger off. Well, I made it out of there, but at what cost? At least my blast radius is maxed out, but I can no longer walk through walls, nor do I have the beefed up power-ups I had prior to that. sponsor of the tournament was actually in cahoots with the guy we were just chasing, and well, we followed them here to the end of the line. I guess they're just starting you off easy here, because I had to endure so much there. It wasn't a great spot in the game to have. It's basically enemies you fought before, right? Well, you're coming up and they're gonna give the worst of the worst to you. But, I don't have the stuff that could otherwise help me. I'm kind of like screwed in situations that could otherwise, pretty much an oversight. Oh, right, I picked up in the remote bombs. So, let's go with this stuff. And I can walk through walls again. Or bricks, really, but you know what I mean. Wasn't a major problem, I didn't think. It just barely reached. Actual new enemies for once. These are basically night sentinels. But they don't got legs, so go figure. But they do take a lot of hits, don't they? Oh, come on. Okay. that at least. Let's see what this has for me before I leave the level. After that accident, I need to make sure I've got everything I need to move on. Let's not leave anything to chance. Ooh, so the exit gate is there? I probably shouldn't put a bomb there then. An ultimate stage, let's go! Right. Whoops. Okay. Not too much of an issue. Fudge. Yeah, let's not choke on our own words here. Go! Take down the last enemy. Oh, maybe not. That's the last power-up. It's time to end this. Some sort of fancy spider bot. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna need. I have to knock the bombs into the boss to damage him. Otherwise, it won't work. Or was there something else I had to do? But don't you think that that's enough already? Wow, how do I do this again? Okay, so you gotta attack the eye. It's actually not as complicated as it seems. It's the second phase that could be a brain stretch. If you don't have the power. And yes, there is a second phase. Only anyone could have done that. Yeah, they have a backup machine in there. Okay, this is the part I must have been thinking of. Where you gotta hurl the bombs right back at them. Huh. I don't think it would be any good if you were to win. 'Cause you'd be able to uncontrollably move uncontrollably or simultaneously drop bombs without warning. And that turns you invisible? Oh dear, they're getting worse. Oh right, I can't even drop bombs in there, can I? Yikes. Well, I can blow them up if they're gonna get in my way. Okay, what does what now? It's over. The villains are thwarted. You could still set off the bombs during that time. Oh, and the building is collapsed, and there they go. Huh. And this is the only one that gets destroyed too. Wait. Zero tolerance was chosen. I remember that one. Wait, tease music? Didn't they compose in the music for a Final Fight CD? And Resident Evil 2? Anyway. I think it's time to, oh, right. One of those games that, don't go back to the title screen. But there's also a battle mode. But rewinds are disabled in battle mode for every one of the games in this collection for some reason. Huh. Let's go with number 8. Whoa! Oh, come on. You wouldn't tag me. You would tag me. Thankfully, it goes away after a limited amount of time. Wow. I got boomed. Wait a tick. Yeah, I don't know why I can't seem to leave social media alone when it won't leave me alone. Whatever. So, what was I gonna do? Oh, yeah. Check my next raid target. which, I got one gal here who is playing in Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy, so why don't we read her? But, I've been Iron Heady, and I'll see you compadres tomorrow for, Super Bomberman 2. Yeah, see you later then, compadres. And just... yeah. See ya.